Don't forget to subscribe.
My mic muted. Shouldn't be muted. Sorry about that. We got a little touchy with the buttons are very sensitive today. So, what are we talking about? Retro games, right? Yes. And one of the games that I myself personally classify as a retro board game. We're going to be talking about the game that I started the whole thing with the retro toys and games on my YouTube channel, talking about Scrabble. And we're going to look at Scrabble in every which way, shape, or form. Why? It's one of the games that I think is great to break the ice with. If you've never played Scrabble before in your life, you're missing out on something very, very great. Can keep you there for entertaining hours. We're going to look at that when we come back. We got our opening first, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay. I think for the first show, we were trying to break the ice with that one. But anyways, welcome to the show. And we're here for the next hour, give or take. And I want to share with you on my screen today Scrabble in all of its glory. And there's a lot of it. I went through Google searches to show you a Scrabble search board here. I'm going to share it with you. So that way you can see what we were looking at here. There you go. And these are all of the ways you can play Scrabble. I mean, look at this. You know, when a board game's been around a long time, and even when they have to do it with Monopoly, my goodness, look at that. Crazy. Tile locked Scrabble. I mean, you know, this is going on forever and ever. And there's so much to learn about Scrabble. There's Scrabble clubs and online Scrabble. Wow. And then, of course, if you ever go to the website called pogo.com, you'll know that there is a Scrabble game there that you can use for Scrabble clubs, online meetups, tournaments, your ratings. You can challenge the computer, and you basically, you know, have free range on it. And you can learn a lot of how to play letters and do it strategically. Look at this. Here's the world's largest Scrabble board. Wow. Oh my. Whoops. Let me go ahead and present that. Whoops. Let's see what we got here. World's largest Scrabble board. Wow. Check this out, guys. Is that big enough for you? $12,000 for a Scrabble board, but it comes with all the things you need to play the game, just like that. I think, you know, it'd be interesting, David, if you're watching this, we could have Scrabble in your put it on the back wall and play Scrabble just like we had for the game show. I mean, that would be fantastic, don't you think? Yeah. So anybody for a GoFundMe account, we'll raise $12,000, and you know, then we'll get we'll put it on the David 3000 network for you. I think that would be very interesting and very, you know, that would also actually be good at a convention, folks, if we were actually going to do that. Yeah, I would definitely, in its own right, look at that and say, yeah, I could do that. Let's see what we have for comments here. Ah. He says he's watching Match Game, and he says 12K is too expensive. Well, duh, but it's not just us who would buy it. I said a GoFundMe account, where it would build up. If people actually want to dedicate that to it, why not, right? Oh, David, you you amaze me when you say, oh, it's 12,000K is too expensive. Oh well, I can't. I can't please them all. So we're gonna look at the Wikipedia for Scrabble and give you the lowdown of it. And the history is very interesting because this one takes the cake pretty much. So of course, all of our information comes from the Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. I'm going to share this with you guys while we read it. So enjoy. And I'll read it over here, or we'll set it up this way. Okay. So in 1938, the American architect Alfred Mosher Butts created the game as a variation on an earlier word game he invented called Lexico. So you probably heard of Lexicon before. It's kind of what I like to call the Scrabble ripoff, because they always try to copy each other, and everybody thinks Lexicon or the word game that's on Facebook right now, that they all think that that's better than Scrabble. Folks, you can't get anything except Scrabble if you really want my honest opinion for it, But the two games had the same set of letter tiles, whose distributions and point values Butts worked out by performing a frequency analysis of letters from various sources, including the New York Times. The new game, which he called Crosswords, added the 15 by 15 game board and the crossword style gameplay. He manufactured a few sets himself, but was not successful in selling the game to any major game manufacturers of the day. Then in 1948, James Bruneau, a resident of Newtown, Connecticut, and one of the few owners of the original Crosswords game, bought the rights to manufacture the game in exchange for granting Butts a royalty on every unit sold. So although he left most of the game, including the distribution of letters, unchanged, Bruneau slightly rearranged the premium squares of the board and simplified the rules. He also renamed the game Scrabble, a real word which means to scratch frantically. Wow. So actually, there is a meaning to the word Scrabble. Scratch frantically. Wow. In 1949, Bruneau and his family made sets in a converted former schoolhouse in Dodgingtown, Connecticut, a section of Newtown, and they made 2,400 sets that year, but lost money. Now, according to legend, Scrabble's big break came in 1952 when Jack Strauss, president of Macy's, played the game on vacation. And upon returning from vacation, he was surprised to find that his store did not carry the game. So he placed a large order, and within a year, everyone had to have one. And so in 1952, unable to meet demand himself, Bruneau licensed the manufacturing rights to Long Island-based Selchow and Reiter, one of the manufacturers who, like Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley Company, had previously rejected the game. And it's a nice little game. It will sell well in bookstores. Selchow and Reiter president Harriet T. Reiter remembered saying about Scrabble when she first saw it. In its second year as a Selchow and Reiter product, 1954, nearly 4 million sets were sold. And Selchow and Reiter then bought the trademark to the game in 1972. Meanwhile, J.W. Spear acquired the rights to sell the game in Australia and the UK on January 19, 1955. In 1986, Selchow and Reiter was sold to Coleco, which soon after went bankrupt. Hasbro then purchased Coleco's assets in 1989, including Scrabble and Parcheesi. Mattel then acquired J.W. Spear in 1994. And since then, Hasbro has owned the rights to manufacture Scrabble in the U.S. and Canada. And Mattel has held the rights to manufacture the game in other parts of the world. Then in 1984, Scrabble was turned into a daytime game show on NBC, as you probably know. The Scrabble game show ran from July 1984 to March of 1990, with a second run from January to June of 93. The show was hosted by Chuck Woolery. Its tagline in promotional broadcast was, "Every man dies, not every man truly Scrabbles." Ah, really? I thought it's the crossword game you played all your life, but never quite like this. I thought that was the tagline. Guess not. In 2011, a new TV variation of Scrabble called Scrabble Showdown aired on the Hub cable channel, which is a joint venture of Discovery Communications, Inc. and Hasbro. Scrabble was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame in 2004. The box rules included in each copy of the North American edition have been edited 4 times. In 53, 76, 89, and 99, the major changes in 1953 were as follows. It was made clear that words could be played through single letters already on the board. A player could play a word parallel and immediately adjacent to an existing word, provided all crossing words were were valid, and the effect of 2 premium squares was to be compounded multiplicatively. Wow, what a name. The previously unspecified penalty for having one's play successfully challenged was stated: withdrawal of tiles and loss of turn. Then the changes in 76 were as follows. It was made clear that the blank tile beats an A when drawing to see who goes first. Never knew that. But then again, depending on who you were playing with, that the blank tile could have been any letter. Could have been -A for all we know, and still won. A player could pass their turn doing nothing. A loss of turn penalty was added for challenging an acceptable play. And if final scores are tied, the player whose score was highest before adjusting for unplayed tiles is the winner. So something you want to keep in mind if you're ever in a tie game situation with somebody. I won. No. Who made the higher adjustment, or who had to make the adjustment? In tournament play, a tie is counted as half a win for both players. So then in 1989, the editorial changes did not affect gameplay. And then major changes in 1999, 10 years later, were as followed: that a tile can be shifted or replaced until the play has been scored. And a challenge applies to all the words made in the given play. And playing all 7 tiles is officially called a bingo in North America and a bonus elsewhere. That's right. And a change in the wording of the rules could have been interpreted as meaning that a player may form more than one word on one row on a single turn. So there you go. Now, you guys all know the rules of Scrabble, and I don't have to explain it to you. Just make some pretty good words and score some big points. That's what you really got to do with this game of Scrabble. Because in the end, when it comes down to it, the better words you can make and the strategy of where to place them really is important. You have to think about strategy when you're looking at letters in your rack, because you have to figure out, all right, look, I've got 7 letters here. I've got a pretty good word, but I got to know where to place it. Word placement is very important in Scrabble. I can't emphasize enough when somebody's asking me, how do you play these words so fantastically? Well, while everybody else has got their turn and I'm waiting for my turn, I'm looking at the board. I'm observing everybody else, what they're doing. Okay. So I'm going this way. I'm going this way. I'm looking. It's like playing poker, folks. You got to know what your opponents are doing at any given time, because if you don't and you're just sitting there in la land, you're not really emphasizing gameplay. And when it's time for you to actually make a word, your words are going to be crummy because you're not focusing yourself on the game. I think focus is very important on this game. I know some people say, oh, but you take it too literally, you take it too seriously. Hey, look, when you're looking for a game to play and you take all games with a challenge, this is one of these games where you have to give it 100%. And I wouldn't play this game drunk either, because then you have no conscience as to what words you would play on the board, and I highly doubt for 1 second that any word you play in a drunken state would be clean yet explicit, for that matter. So, going back to what I was saying before, focus and the competitive play make this game what it is. The club and the tournament play, you have all of these fantastic tournaments, the World Scrabble Championship, the National Scrabble Championships, the UK Open. Then you have Youth Scrabble, Canadian Scrabble, Singapore Open. There were high records from high scores all over the place. Yes. And there's computer players. You know, Maven is a computer opponent for the game created by Brian Shepard. The official Scrabble computer game in North America uses a version of Maven as its artificial intelligence and is published by Atari. Now, outside North America, the official Scrabble computer game is published by Ubisoft, and Quackle. What names they come up with for these companies, right? Quackle is an open source alternative to Maven of comparable strength, created by a 5-person team led by Jason Katz Brown. At a Qt cross-platform version of Quackle is available on GitHub. There's also the video game versions of Scrabble that have been released for all of these wonderful consoles. Yes. And the Nintendo DS version of Scrabble 2007 edition made news when parents became angry over the game's AI using potentially offensive language during gameplay. And there are several web versions, and one of them I mentioned was Pogo.com. Yes. And you can go to Pogo and play Scrabble all you want. Just get an account and go with it. There's also Facebook Scrabble. They initially offered a variation of it called Scrabulous. There's also Lexilus, which is basically the Scrabble, what I call the knockoff of Scrabble. Everybody seems to play that more than they play actual Scrabble. I don't know what Scrabble is, but I know what Lexicon is, or Lexilus. I'm like, it's Scrabble, all decked out in different things. Look at it. It's the same thing. Really, it is. Okay. Then you also have the Internet Scrabble Club. You have the Electronic Arts to Scopely. And, you know, I wish I still had my account with Pogo. I don't know if I do. Then there's Super Scrabble, which was launched in North America by Winning Games in 2004 with the deluxe version with turntable and lock and grid, and released in February of 2007. Super Scrabble was fantastic, folks. More tiles. There's even higher scoring going on as well, too. So you can do that as well. And, of course, like I said, you have the Chuck Woolery version of Scrabble, which I think our game show community love to see on the game show lineup. I know I would. So if anybody ever hosted a Scrabble out there, please let us know, and maybe we can put some back episodes of that series on in the 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. game show afternoon lineup. Maybe we'll see. You never know. There was also Scrabble Showdown, and that was in September of 2011. And it debuted on the hub with just incredible Willman as the host. There's also other games based on Scrabble. Words with Friends. That's it. Yes. Let's play Words with Friends. No, let's just play Scrabble. Come on. It's the same thing. Folks, don't get the games confused. They're based on Scrabble, yes. But Scrabble itself is still Scrabble regardless of how you look at it. Then, of course, they had travel editions, deluxe editions, large print and braille editions, and the works related to Scrabble. Do you know how many books, Merriam-Webster's official Scrabble Players Dictionary, there are? 7 editions. And if you're still playing with the first edition, you need to update. please, by all means, update your Scrabble Players Dictionary and realize that there is new words to be played each and every edition. You really have to think about it, because I could be playing from the 7th edition and get all the great words, and my mom wants to play with her version of the Scrabble Players Dictionary, and I was like, but half of the words that are in the 7th edition are not in the 1st edition, and how is it that that's fair? She's like, well, if it's in my version, it's my rules. I'm like, oh, great. So naturally, you really have to agree on which Scrabble Players Dictionary you're going to use, because when it comes to challenging, right here is your best bet. There's also Word Freak by Stefan Fatisis, and the Scrabble Players Handbook, edited by Stuart Holden, and written by an international group of tournament players, which gives the information a serious player needs to advance to successful tournament play. So if you're really into the big tournaments, like what we just showed you before, this is the game for you. This is the handbook for you, the Scrabble Players Handbook. It's like if you're going to Vegas and you were going to figure out how to beat the house with the odds. You know how many handbooks that they have written for you, the strategies involved. The odds are always going to be against you in a casino. And if you know dang well how much to bring with you so you don't overspend, then the same thing can go with the Scrabble Players Handbook, considering the fact that you need all the strategy in the world to place the proper word where it belongs and get the maximum value for your score. There's also some documentaries and a whole bunch of stuff like anagrams and Boggle and Scrabble and Upwards was really just the stackable Scrabble, as we like to call it, So that's a look at Scrabble, folks. And I can tell you my memories of Scrabble go back as far as 5 years old. So I've been playing Scrabble for about 40 years. And I must say I've come a long way. I owe a lot to my mom, who taught me the very first time I sat down with her to play Scrabble. I was 5 years old and could only spell 3 and 4 letter words. And, well, when the vocabulary of a 5-year-old is pretty much compared to a 45-year-old is different, because we look at the dictionary, we study the words, we pronunciations and all this other stuff. So, playing against my mom at the age of 5, you could see there was a slight disadvantage for me. My mom, playing on experience and just countless hours of games against her sister, proved to be the worthy opponent. So I can't remember when I first beat my mom in Scrabble, but I could tell you that day that I did, I was very happy and very proud of myself. And she finally was proud. She felt bad that she was beating me by 200-300 points, and I couldn't even get to 100. But that's just the way it was. But as I got older, I was able to learn more words, and I studied yeah, I know, right? Study the dictionary. That's kind of weird. But when you think about it, playing a board game like Scrabble makes you think and want to go to the dictionary, makes you think and want to go to an encyclopedia, makes you want to read Wikipedia, for that matter. I don't know if that's your cup of tea. I'm constantly with the Wikipedia all the time, because that's where the historical background is and all that good stuff. And it could make for a great show like we have today. I can promise you next week on the show, we'll have a very good, decent opening and a great game. I don't know if I can set this up. I don't know if I can set up my I don't even know if I still have my Pogo account. Let me see. Maybe I can play a Pogo Scrabble. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can pull this up. Now we're going to present. I'm going to stop the screen and present this. And if for any reason you can't hear this So let's see if we can do this. Okay. Pull this up. All right. So you see now what we have here. I have to pull this over. And yes, I'm going to give my age away, but I'm not ashamed of that. I am 45 years of age, folks. Going to be 46 in October. My birthday is October 7th, 1977. So it's on a Saturday, and I hope to get a nice couple, some great presents. Let's play. Let's see what we got here. I don't know.
Mom chose the Jitterbug Flip 2 from Lively.
Okay, so we've got ads. So if you want to unlock the ads, you have to join Club Pogo. You can do that. There is a monthly fee, I think, of $6.99, which isn't bad, and it gives you all access to the games, but you don't have to worry about the ads. So that's a good thing. But Pogo is, of course, big, and I think they used to use Pogo Scrabble for Subway at one time. So that's not too bad. Okay. So let's see if I've got sound on here. I don't know. Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go into sound set. I'm gonna stop the music, but just keep the sound for it. Okay. All right. So we'll do the Pogo Classic. We'll play a game. God, I think we're going to get kicked for copyright here. I have a feeling, but you never know. I've seen people play games all the time on the show. So for those gamers out there, I don't know how they get away with it. I really don't know, but we'll see. I am intermediate. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the guest is me. First. Oh boy. And there are my letters. Now, let's see. Okay. What should I play? Any ideas? I do get 3 guesses as well, too. Don't worry about the ads, folks, that are around there. And if the computer crashes at any given time, we'll be back, you know? I think I'm going to start it off with leak. Whoop. That's a good word. I know. We can, based on the letters I got. Okay, 16 points for me. And of course, now this bot gets to play. Who knows? And of course, he plays Slice, the son of a gun. All right, so let's see. What am I going to play? Shuffle again here. Huh. This is interesting. Q. Now, let me say this much. There are words out there that are Q without U. That means the letter Q doesn't have to have a U with it. And in some cases, you might be able to get away with it, but in other cases, you may not. So I am going to play. Let me see if I can do this. I only have a minute left, and I am on a timer, as you can see. Boy, that would have been great if it was. Let's see. LZ. Okay. Let's see if I can play this one here. Meat with leaks, you know? I'm rhyming today. No, it's not a word. Oh, boy. That is not a word. Okay, you already told me that. So already you don't even have to worry about the challenge, because if you can't make a word there, then okay. All right. I'm going to do this. M-A-K-E, make, and then E-L-L, and that'll be another. Once again, folks, really? Like I said, the robot is playing some sick words. He goes with slice and erotic, and he takes a 12-point lead, or a 14-point lead in this case. Gee whiz. All right. But he's left, I'll tell you one thing, he's left me open with some pretty good chances here. And look what I got in my repertoire here, friends, the Q and the Z, but I can't do a dang thing with them. All right? Although I could try and see. Let's see. Yes, actually I can. Get this. Look at this. The letter Z is spelled Z-E-E, just so you know. And there's going to be an ad coming up. Okay. And while we're on break here,
rated everyone.
We'll turn that ad off and tell you that, like I said, this could be fun for all of us. If you pay the $6.99 a month, you get all the access to the games, and you do not have to worry about advertisements. There's my 23 points, and I take the lead by 9. And it's back to the robot. And he goes with, what the heck is he playing? Mew? Really? I guess he Mew and new, huh? Okay. Well, let's see what I can do now. Oh no, is he? Oh, I'm. Oops. Okay. I was sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing here. Okay. Or that would have been a great word if I had an A and it would have made radio. But I can do this. Sliced and T. Oh, I don't have another E. Oh, shoot. Okay, back it up. Okay, sliced is fine. I'm going to have to do it this way to use the double. Dot. 17 68 to 48 in charge here, and I'm at points, and the sucker plays hop. Well, come on, really? Okay, you wanna be a E? All right. Well, I can do really good with shop, and watch this. Now I'm gonna play my cue without you, cats, and it's acceptable. Points more. Puts me at 91. Sting, huh? Sure, you. All right. Let's see now what we can do here. Oh, that just widens the board. Okay. All right, let's see. H-O-O-T. Interesting. Oh, okay. With a V on the triple, we can play Volt. Oops. And you want to get rid of your V's. If I must say, getting rid of your V's is very important, because if you have a V at the end of the game, 106 to 74 right now is the score. That's it? You son of a... Are you telling me you couldn't be... Oh, you... So a hit and... Nope, boot is not a word. Oh, but foot is. Get it up there. 51 points. You left me open. Don't ever leave me open. Big mistake. And Roan. Roan? Okay. Now, here is something interesting. I have an S. And I have a W. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. S. It stings. Whoops. Dab it. Come on, get up there. W. I. Wires. 30. There. And pulling away from this guy. But he's got equip. Okay. All right. He used a blank too over there as well. Equip. But watch what I'm going to do. Ah, ha, ha! And the ad's going to start. But when we come back from the ad, 53 more points will be added to my score, and I'll be over 200. All right, let's go ahead and mute this ad. I don't mind playing with the ads. You know what I mean? I don't mind it at all. But watch, I hope that this don't get us copyrighted infringement on Pogo Scrabble. Because everybody plays Scrabble in every which way, shape, or form. There you go. 53 more points for me, and I got 241. And the man is just, why don't he just give up? You know? He's playing the champion here. You know what I mean? Let's see. I got a J. Oh boy. Interesting. I think let me shuffle my board here a little more and see what I can get. Yeah. That's going to be an interesting one. 44 seconds left here. Let's see. I think I'll do just a simple word to get, because I'm so far ahead of this guy. He's not even funny. Points for me. Puts me at 247 to 125. EGAD? What is that? Sherlock Holmes? EGAD. Okay, it's legit. Now, where are we going? BRE. Let's see. Well, this is going to be interesting. But I think I'm going to do. I'll play gin right here. J-I-N. Like gin rummy. Okay. 258 to 145. I'm ahead. And have not looked back. And he puts idly in there for 160. You dream on there, buddy. Computers have no feelings. You know what I mean? FR. Let's see if I can. Oh, okay. I got it. Watch this. F A R. Whoops. Why? Fairy 36. Yeah. 294 to 160, and I'm on my way to 300. Really? It's like spelling for a dork. Gab. Okay, the gift of gab. Yeah. Okay. Where to go now? Huh. Here, we shuffle my letters up again. Let's see. What should I do here? And if anybody's got any ideas, let me know, please, because this is, if you were following along with me on the game, that's fantastic. Oh, I know what I can do. Oops. Open, and I think that's all I can do. Yeah. Okay. And the ad's coming up again. Let's see if anybody has.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means I cherish my memories, but I don't just look back on them. I look.
Okay. Well, we're almost done with the ad here. It's a slowly moving ad. And I want to also, we've got some comments here. So let's take a look at them. Mark Leota says, Happy Tuesday, Jason. Thank you. Brandon Martin. Hey, buddy. It's a long time no see or hear from. Hope everything's going well at college for you. He says, that bot you're playing against is a sick puppy. Well, Jason, it's time for you to get that W over that bot. Yes, you're right about that. Once we finish up this ad here, don't worry, Brandon. I'm in complete control. I'm ahead of him by a lot of points, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, let's get back to he goes in, and I'm over now 300 points. Rib. You've got to be kidding me. Really? Okay. Let's see. Oh. W. There's a blank here, so I'm going to put an A on it. Confirm it. Oh, and I can put more points with the D instead of the E. There we go. 33 more. With Ward and Tatter. You son of a gun, you. Okay, you want to play that game? I can, but I'm going to get rid of my C. And just put in cute. Oops. Oh. Okay, 340 to 198. And Mr. Robot plays Met. And I guess we're down to our last letters here, because I don't have any more new ones coming in. Okay. Let's see. What to do. Oh, here we go. It's a great way to get rid of some more letters and get it down to one letter, lest the son of a gun goes out. Fern. 347 to 209, and the bot has passed. Okay, he passed. I don't know why, but I'm going out with new, and I win 355 to 205. Look at that, folks. What a game. There you go. And I played 49 tiles Words played, 24 words. Wow. And there you go. And that, my friends, is Scrabble Online via Pogo. So you can have fun with that and definitely enjoy it. Well, I think that's about it for tonight on our Retro Games live interactive show. And we'll come back next week with another fantastic game. And maybe I'll get to play that game. Who knows? If there's online versions of games that you want me to play, including game shows, let me know. Because I know Eric Lima's got a whole bunch there to borrow with. And you want to see my my challenges up against games, I'll take on any game I can possibly get my hands on. Well, from all of us here at the David 3000 Network, and of course, the WJDC studios in beautiful Oviedo, Florida, I'm Jason Decanio, telling you and reminding you to always be honest, be real, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. We will see you next Tuesday, same time, same sandbox, for another edition of Retro Games. Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Advertising Network for great more content like this one.